Don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember, you can achieve. Mary Kay Ash. DC Tribe, Josh Thomas, I'm so glad to have you here. In case you didn't know, this podcast is brought to you by Unbreakable Teams. We create $10,000 hours. We fix broken systems for entrepreneurs so that they can go farther, faster. For more information, and if you're looking to break through to the next level, go to unbreakableteams.com. We'll be glad to have you. I want to talk to you something today that has been rattling around in my head for months. I write down, whenever I have a cool idea, I write the prompt down on a spreadsheet, and then I'm sitting here usually at the last second to record my solo because I made that commitment to get it done. And I'm looking through my list of prompts. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I want to talk about today? Somebody said to me a long time ago, 1 year of experience 10 times is not the same as 10 years of experience. And, it kind of bothered me because I'm like, well, it's the same thing. It's kind of like, well, it's the same amount of time, right? But not really. 1 year of experience 10 times. Yeah, that's technically 10 years. But you keep starting over every year. And that's not the same as just doing the same thing consistently for 10 years. I'll give you a great example. My friend Chris Zizzo. If you don't know Chris, look him up on Instagram. It's Chris with a K, Zizzo with however many Z's it is. It's like 8 Z's in there or something like that. But he is a very beefy dude, okay? That's the best way I can describe it. He is shredded. He's a fitness instructor. He has this company called Beyond Failure Fitness. And he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. But he shared something with me the other day that really stuck with me. First of all, he made a comment about how he eats boiled chicken and rice with no seasoning almost every day. And his comment was, I don't need flavor. I need consistency. And I was like, damn, dude, that is hardcore dedication to your craft. But, it stuck with me. It definitely made a difference. The other thing that he said, though, was one of the things that he does to maintain his physique is he is consistent. And the other thing that he does that he has on his side is he has been training his muscles for 10 years straight. He has 10 years of experience and 10 years of pedigree and training and feeding his body the right things to where it's actually not that difficult for him to maintain that physique that he has. Me, on the other hand, physical fitness is very important to me, but sometimes it's not. And I have gone through, it hasn't been 10 years, but I would say it's been maybe 5 by now. I've gone through 5 years of basically starting over every single year to get myself in shape, to get myself eating right, to get myself doing all of these things. And I always get kind of to this certain point to where I'm like, man, I'm starting to look good. I'm starting to feel good. This is great. And then I'll take a trip and that wrecks it. Or I'll get bored and that wrecks it. Or, something will happen and that wrecks it. And I keep starting over and over and over, pretty much in the same place, to be honest. There was this one, I think this happened 3 years in a row now. I remember during COVID, I sat down in December 1st of 2020. I was in Santa Barbara, California. Had to just get out of town. And I'm sitting there with a friend of mine, and I'm writing down in a journal all of the things that I want to do to kind of kickstart and change my life, napalm my life and start over. And I got up on December 1st of 2020, and I stood on the scale, and I weighed 182 pounds. And I'm like, man. And, I'm not a super tall guy. I'm about 5'9", 5'10", give or take. 182 is not horrible, but a little chubby, a little much for me. I do better around between 170 and 175. It's not a big difference, but it's noticeable. And so I made a commitment like, no, you know what? I'm going to fix this. And I put the dedication together. I started going to the gym. I started paying attention to the food I was eating. I started going to yoga and I got a trainer. I did all of these things and I got to somewhere around April. I was 5 or 6 months in and I got to my lowest weight as an adult. You know, the last time I was here, I weighed 163 pounds. I was skinny, man. And the last time I got there was when I was on my way up. You know, like as you're growing, and I just kind of shot past that somewhere around, I don't know, age 16 or whatever. And so here I am. I'm at my lightest weight. I'm in pretty good shape, although I wasn't eating very much, so I didn't have a ton of muscle mass. And then I got distracted and kind of, you know, moved on to other things and started eating more and drinking more and moving less. And wouldn't you know it, I remember I got to this point to where I was just miserable again. And I got fed up with it. I'm like, you know what? Enough of this. And it just so happened that the day that I decided enough of this was December 1st of 2021.